You've heard it all the time on YouTube and online with the gurus and the self-help authors telling you to do what makes you happy. Just do what makes you happy. Well, what if you're in the exclusive club of just about everybody and that's not an option for you? What if you can't do what makes you happy? What do you do? Stick with me for just a couple of minutes, real quick video. Just stick it out. I got 3 points here on the board. I'm going to go over them with you really quick. Why just do what makes you happy is a empty, meaningless statement to most of us. Okay. The lie. Passion should be your job. Just find your passion. Your job should be your passion. You need to do what you're passionate about. And eventually it will turn out to be a dream job, or you work at it for years. As long as it's what you love to do, it will all work out in the end. That's mostly bullshit. And I think we all know that. We all really, truly know that, because if everybody followed their passions, the world will basically collapse, okay? Janitors, garbage collectors, servers, all valuable members of our society. And there's a million other jobs I can name off. But if everybody followed their passions, nobody would be doing those jobs. It's just not realistic. So that's the big lie. Passion should be your job. Not a lie exactly. It's great. It's wonderful. It's a beautiful, beautiful sentiment. Who wouldn't want their job to be their passion to be their job? Who wouldn't want that? Nobody wouldn't want that. But guess what? The vast majority of us on this planet, no matter what country you're in, what part of the world, it's just not real. You're not living your passion. I'm not living my passion in my day job. So it's a lie, and it's not helpful. It's not helpful to anybody. But if you can ever pull that off, if you could ever have your passion be your job, well, you got it made. You can turn off the video. But this is for the rest of us, the other 99.9999% of us. Passion, job, they most of the time don't go together. So that's the lie you've been told. And it's easy to write books about it. It's easy to make videos about it. Just find your passion and make that your job. We're not going to waste any more time on that. We're going to go to the reality. Find meaning, not passion. So chances are you're watching this video, your job is not your passion. So what's your next step? You have to find meaning in your job. Okay? If it's a job that you can't change, you can't get out of, you got to pay the bills, you got to pay the mortgage, the rent, you got to feed the kids, you got to keep clothes on their back, then passion, chasing your passion just isn't going to happen. But you had to find meaning. So what does that mean? Finding meaning. It means no matter what your job is, you reframe it, right? You reframe it into, well, what part of the machine am I? Is there a purpose, right? Is there a purpose? And chances are you're going to find there's a big purpose. If you're a janitor in a school, well, your job is to keep the school clean so that kids can come and get an education. Ultimately, the biggest meaning, especially if you have a family, is the meaning of your work is to provide for your family so that they can have a better life and have opportunities in life. There's meaning in your work. So instead of focusing on your passion and how this job is not doing it for you, is not turning your crank, there's still meaning to be had from it, right? Every one of us, every one of you watching this is doing a job right now. There's a purpose to it, and there's meaning. And maybe you don't know it yet, but try to reframe it and think about what you do, and I'm sure you'll find meaning. And I know that's just a big blanket statement, the same as passion should be your job, but it's true. I don't like what I do for a day job. I've been doing it for 25 years. It's my career, but I've managed to find meaning in it, right? It's provided for my family, and I kind of gamify the job a little bit and make it more fun for myself. And I take the good parts and I try to push the bad parts aside. And that gives me meaning, and I can carry on. So the third point here is the strategy. What if you've tried to reframe what you do to find meaning, and it still sucks. You can't find meaning. Well, your strategy should be work for freedom, not love. So instead of trying to love your job or trying to find a reason to love it or to try to find meaning in it, then try to leverage that job into freedom. My job doesn't fulfill me intellectually or anything like that, but it provides the means for me to enjoy times with my family, to maybe go on a vacation from time to time, or to provide my children with opportunities that I never had as a child, or I don't have the freedom or time to do now, but they can do it. So that's freedom. I'm working for freedom for them. Another thing you could look at it like is work towards, getting into another job if you can. Don't look at this as I have to love my job. Look at it as, well, I'm going to keep working and hustling and work hard, and I'm going to maybe get out of this and get into something else. So you're working for your freedom, not for the love of the job, love of the game, right? And that's pretty basic. Finding passion in our work just doesn't apply to most people. And quite frankly, and I don't want to be a Debbie Downer here, but it's not going to happen for most people. Maybe it will never happen for me. But you got to find meaning in what you're doing and work towards some type of freedom, whether it's an actual tangible freedom in the real world, enabling you to do new things, or if it's just freedom in your head. It sure helps me to reframe things and get out of the fantasy land of possibly pursuing a passion. Again, if you find your passion in your work, great. I hope I do someday too. And I hope all of you watching do. But good luck, and your job does have meaning. All right, see you next time.